Hello and welcome, Brad with BradGump.com. Do another video for you, just another tutorial really, and it's a pretty simple one in my shoes at least. It may not be in your shoes because if this is your first time doing this, this is gonna be challenging. But I hope I can help you out as best to my ability as possible, and hopefully we can go from there. Today I'm just gonna do a real simple movie. I just did a video tutorial on how to activate GPS functions on a dash cam that I have. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make that video. But I pretty much have everything set up to the point where it's easy for me to make videos with no issues whatsoever. I have my opening right here. I've got my body of the video here and the end. So my introduction, the body, and my conclusion. It's just like writing a page for or a paper for school. Here's my opening. Let's play it right now. It's got my zombie music. It's called Zombie Stomp or something along those lines. I've got my body, which sure we'll just play it real quick. It's just a quick tutorial. Really, here's the body of it, and here's my ending. Alright, and that's pretty much all you really need. So let's make a movie now. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna click on vsdc free video editor. This pops up every time. And this is how it looks when you first open it. Property window doesn't normally stay open, but I've pinned it to stay open just because I like to be able to see the properties as I'm doing my work. So let's click on new project up here. We're gonna call this one, well, let's see here, we'll call this one both GPS slash what to call this one, walkthrough. It's in high definition, 1920 by 1080 pixels, 16 by 9. Width is 1920. That's where the 1920 by 1080 comes from. In other words, it's this across my screen is 1920 by 1080p. That's where the high definition comes through. It's 30 frames per second at 44,100 hertz, and that's where you enter the title. Blah 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 blah. You can use screen capturing if you want to. I am using. Doesn't look like it's gonna let me do that. Hang on a sec. I am using Cam Studio. It's open source. Cam Studio is just far superior to the free stuff out there. Well, this is free, but when I'm using vsdc free video editor cam screen capturing, the motions are dead on, but the voice is off by about 15 seconds. It's horrid. It drives me nuts. So, alright, well, since I had to close that, let's rename these. GPS walkthrough. I don't care about my spelling. I generally click on blank project. You can hit import videos and images, and I'll do that for the sake of this video. And you hit OK. This is where all of your effects are. To do your horizontal switch between images or scenes, come down here. You can do like mosaic. There's tons of tools built in here. You got page turner. You got push door. vertical out with 1 times 4 grid. It just means there's 4 of them. So there's a bunch of stuff down here. You can click on this and add video, and then we'll do this real quick. We'll do my opening with my zombie music, and it loads up just like that. And then say like you want to add an effect. Let's do fade. Fade out works for me. Click here to indicate that that's where you're working, and you hit add effect. And then you see it fades away. And then we'll add the second video here, in which case is that one. Okay, and then let's check this fade again. Yeah, see, it fades away from this scene here, fades into that one. And you can go through this whole setup, and then you can hit apply settings. And it applies it. And you can skip forward, skip through it. Or you can skip through it the fast way down here. Alright, you can go about that route. I generally like to do a blank, start off a blank project. And this is what a blank project looks to me. I use these tools over here a lot, mainly these 3 right here. And that's just because that's how I got used to using it. vsdc free video editor does this in layers, kind of like Adobe Photoshop or paint.net, which is this program right here. It's another freebie. And what I do is I hit this little button right here to import a video. This folder pops up which is where I store all of my video. I have just opening and closing. Those don't have any music with them whatsoever. I use these for like video walkthroughs of rentals that are going to have music playing in the background. Not necessarily my music. So, for instance, this video, I'm going to click on opening with zombie music. This comes up. It says object position settings. I just hit OK. I don't even mess with any of these. And my cursor changes into a plus symbol. What you want to do is you want to left click and hold. So left click and hold, and then you want to drag this open. Okay, and that's the video file. That's the opening that I showed you earlier. Now you may be wondering why it's showing up down here. Good 18 seconds into the video, you just grab it and drag it back, bring it right back to the beginning. And there she is. Now what you can do, and this is entirely up to you, you can position this video in such a manner to where it's taking over one corner, and you can have a background here. So like for instance, you can go to paint.net here, wait on this to open up, resize 19, 20, 80. You can pick a color down here, like a blue. Come up here, play with this thing. And you can do something like this. Enter in your text like so. Actually, let's do another layer, it's easier. You can type in bradgump.com, do it in black. Increase your font. Position that like so. I'm doing this as fast as I can so that I don't bore you. And I'm also using shortcut keys. I'm just going to put that in there. It's a PNG file. Okay. close this out. Alright, now that image I just created, I just did it in 2 minutes flat, you know, not a big deal. So let's open up this picture, and there's the picture that I just made. Alright, I'll go down here, and there's that picture I made. I'm getting really kind of tired of that. I'm just dragging everything down so that I can see it. And what you want to do here is right click the image and tell it to go down. You're still on the image. You can click on the image if you're not entirely sure. And what I do is I click set the same size as the parent. And what that does is it just takes it to the full screen here. And then what you can do at that point is you can take this video and you can just put it in like so. Now you may notice down here that the video is this long and the image is only this long. So what happens when I play the video and say a minute or so into it, the background image disappears like that. What do? That's actually second. What you do is you slightly grab hold of it until your cursor does that, and then you pull it. So that while this video is playing, while my opening is playing, there is a background going through. Okay. Now you see the video has ended, but the image is still longer. That's perfectly fine. You can adjust it to where they end together. There you go. See, one frame they're together, the next frame they're both off. Not a big deal. You can do it like that. It's not an issue. It's a user preference at that point. I did these on a couple of them, and I've gotten out of the habit of doing this. I don't know why. It just changed my mind, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click image, and I'm going to delete it because I'm not entirely into that anymore. And what I am going to do is I'm going to click on my video 1 here. I'm going to click set to the same size as the parent so that it's full screen for you. And then I'm going to click on this little icon right here, which will take me to the block ending. So it'll take me exactly at the end of this video. And voila. Now, at this point, what I'm going to do, since this is my opening, I'm going to add another video, my body, which is this one. Again, it tells the object position. And my cursor changed again to a plus symbol. Gonna left click and hold and drag it open. And then at this point, I'm gonna click set to the same size as the parent again, so that when you're watching the video, everything's uniform. So this is my opening, so that when it gets into the body, it's not a different size, it's not at a weird spot, so that you have to physically pull your eyes to where the video has just appeared. It makes for a much more pleasant video experience. And you may be wondering, why aren't I doing a fade or a doors opening or anything like that? Because it's just like normal television. If you watch television, they don't use fades. They just change the scene. That's just what we're used to, I guess. And here's the body of it. Now, if you wanted to be a little bit more creative than what I'm being right now, you can click on the video right here. And up here it says under scene 0, it says video 2. If you click on that, you can add different video objects or audio effects. By doing so, you come up here to like video effects. You can hit transparent. You can do fade in, fade out, customs, do borders, border background remover, stuff like that. And what that does is it'll do like the fade into the scene, and then as the scene's going through, it'll fade out. Um, you don't necessarily have to do it with just the video. You can do it with text. You can click this little icon right here. It says add text. It says buy work area. Again, my cursor changed. I'm just going to open that up. Coming over here to my properties. And click right there. I'm going to say hello all. Would help if I knew how to spell. This is where you change your font and your points. So we can do bold, we can do Verdana, we can do size 72 and click OK. You can vaguely see it right there. You come down here, you can change your color. You can pick any of these colors in that range, or you can pick any within that range. I'm just gonna pick black. Click OK. And you see it says hello all right there. You can click it and you can move it to wherever you want. And with the text, it just creates another layer. So on this layer of text, if you want to make this fade in and fade out, click up here on this little icon right here, text, and then you come up here to video effects. You can do transparent, fade in. By object possession setting again, it just automatically comes in. You can adjust it to wherever you want to. Let's just say right there. So you can do a fade in. See, it's disappeared now. Alright, and we'll just do another video effect of fading out. So obviously fade in moves this way and fade out moves from here this way. That's why you saw me move fade out from this on back. And really, you're only going to learn this when you start playing with them. You can change the settings up here, how long they last. In this case, it's 33 milliseconds. Not even that, it's 0.033 milliseconds. So it's even less than what I originally thought. And what you can do is you play with your frames here. So 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's, and then it just fades out. So you can do it like that. It's entirely up to you. Just play around with it, have fun with it, and you'll be fine. Again, I just right clicked on it and hit delete, and it deleted the text. So what I want to do now is I want to go to the end of this video file, and I'm going to do that by clicking this. And there I am. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my ending. And I'm going to do the one with music because this is my video. It's not a video walkthrough. This is a simple tutorial. And I'm going to hit this one. And again, my cursor changed. Left click and hold and pull it open. It's just like opening a Christmas present. You have to hold the box, but you still have to rip the paper off of it. I'm going to set this as same size as parent. And it just dawned on me that I didn't really tell you how to keep your properties window open. There's a little icon up here that says auto hide. You can click on it and then you can always pin it open. Pinning, I guess, is the new Microsoft term or the new Windows term where you can pin objects onto your desktop. It's kind of nice. I've gotten to like it a lot, but again, I don't work for Microsoft. Not endorsed by them. I'm just pointing out the obvious. So that's what I do. I always leave my property windows open. I like knowing where it is. Tells me my time and my frames and lock to parent. It tells me my duration. This video itself is 12 seconds long. It tells me my video name, which is ending with music. .avi, set to the original size, which is 1920 by 1080. And if I so choose, say like on a video walkthrough, I can go through and disable these audio tracks and tell it not to use the audio. In this case, I want it to use the audio. And if you want to disable the audio track, say like you're doing an intro for, hey guys, I'm getting ready to go skydiving, bear with me as as plane climbs up there, we'll be back in a moment, blah, 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 blah. And then it shows you up on the plane, and then you're saying, I'm going to jump now. Obviously, when you jump out the plane, the wind is going to take over the microphone. There's no way of talking into the microphone as you're free falling. It's just stupid. So what you can do is you can keep your opening over here. You can keep the audio track for that. Disable the audio track for you free falling, and then enable the audio track for your review, your experience, would you do it again, stuff like that, and then your endings or whatever. That's pretty much how you do that. It comes in very handy. You wouldn't believe how handy that comes in, especially if you're recording with someone else in the room and they're talking. You don't want that showing up on your video. So it comes in real handy. You can just disable the audio track, which is one function that is completely awesome in vsdc free video editor. I love being able to just turn off the sound. So for the most part, that's it for making this video. You can scroll through it if you want to. I've done this so many times now that it's like looking at the back of my hand. You can feel free to watch this video. I'll link it if I can remember to do so. And that's it for the most part. Pretty much what you do at this point is you come up here to projects. Now, like any other project out there, whether it's word processing or spreadsheet working, you want to save as you go. So you just hit save project. You can just hit save. You can name it to whatever you want to. Not a big deal. I don't know what happened just there, but this is such a small project, I'm not even going to bother saving it. Now, if you're going to do like text every 10 seconds of the video, like fading in, fading out, doing, swirls, doing green screen, stuff like that on here, then yes, you want to save it often. There's a gentleman who does do the green screen effect in vsdc video editor. He does such a good job at it that there's no sense in me trying to replicate what he does when he does it better than I can. So I'll just leave him alone. He can keep banking on that credit. He's been a major help to me. Just do a search for vsdc video editor. He's the one with the spaceship. Very awesome video. Very talented, very imaginative, and I can't speak today, I'm sorry. So yep, that's pretty much how you do it. And once you're done with your video, you've added all the video files you wanted to, you've added all the text, you've added all the pictures, all the MP3s, all that fun stuff. What you do is you go back to projects here and you click on export project. It does this every time I use vsdc video editor. It lets me know that a new version is available. At this time, do I want to download it, yes or no? I'm going to say no because I'm obviously doing a tutorial for you. And this is the window that pops up at this point. Alright, this is PC. You can save it as a DVD. You can save it to the DVD. So for family videos, stuff like that, you just burn it to a DVD and you're done. iPod. I generally leave it PC and just leave it alone. These are the different video formats that you containers that you can put the video in. I leave it as an AVI. And you may be wondering why I leave it as an AVI. It's just whatever little work I have to do on this program, the better. One thing you want to do down here is you want to direct it to your output file where you want to save it. For instance, this one's okay. It's users Brad desktop GPS walkthrough.avi. I'm perfectly fine where that's going to save. When you're ready to export, you just hit convert files, and what this will do is it will join your various video formats, your videos, your music tracks, your pictures, your text documents, your fade in, your fades out. It'll all join into one file so that when you play it, it's continuous and you don't have to, and it doesn't like blink at you, you know, between scenes. It's all one continuous file and it will play flawlessly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit convert files. Okay. Something tells me it doesn't like my name because I got a slash through there. Yeah, we'll just call it walkthrough. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it doing what it just did. We'll hit convert. That's what it was. It didn't like the slash, that backslash. And as you can see, it's doing its thing right here. It's average speed of 9.31 frames per second. The elapsed time of 17 seconds now. At a later date, there'll be another counter that pops up over here that tells me how much time I have remaining. That could take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Just popping up. Well, there it is. It says I've got 30 minutes left until this video is done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for the time being, let this conversion go through, and I'm going to uncheck this preview so that my computer has more processing power to convert this video. So bear with me as I pause everything, and when it's done, I'll come back and we'll conclude this video. Thank you much. Alright, it actually took about 15-20 minutes, not necessarily half hour, but it is done. Conversion is complete. If you need to contact support, you can contact them here at this email address. I've only had one instance where conversion was not complete, and I think it was all due to how I saved the file, like how I named it. So that's, if something like that pops up, it says conversion is not complete, it's because something, how it was saved, how you named it and how it was saved. So hit OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this. You got to close out this one first, and then you can minimize it. And then let's go to that file that had it. Video edit, final edit. And if I remember correctly, I named it walkthrough. And let's just double click that, see how it looks. Alright, yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Let's skip to the end real quick, yeah? BG, Brad Gump. Alright, there she is. There's the video right there. And just real quick, I'm going to right click this video, see how big this video file is. 93.7 megabytes. That's actually really not too bad. Some videos, when they're way too big, like for instance, this is the raw file for the body, It's 1.47 gigs big. I mean, that's a big file compared to this. What I'll do with a file like that big, so I'll come up here to Handbrake, which is an encoder, and I'll have it encode it in a MP4 format, which will change the container from AVI to MP4. And what it does, Handbrake here, what it'll do is it'll reduce the size of this file to something similar to this. So that's what you do if you've got really big files. But for the most part, since it converted these three files together to make this one, and it reduced it down to 93.7 megabytes, I'm not worried about sending it through the encoder. This will upload just fine to YouTube, no problems whatsoever. The only problem I do have with YouTube is it re-encodes everything at a less than standard high definition outlook. Everything becomes blurry and pixelated. It's kind of aggravating, but I can't complain. I'm not the one hosting the world's biggest search browser, which is owned by Google. So, all right. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. I walked you through the basics of making a video using vsdc video editor. A real quick walkthrough on how to make a background image in paint.net, and converted everything together. The only task that's left is to upload this to YouTube and let it go active. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will reply to you as soon as I can. Or you can go to bradgump.com and go to the contacts page, and all of my credentials are there. You can send me an email. You can send me a you can call me if you want to. So thank you much for watching. This is bradgump.com. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.
Welcome. There are many videos on YouTube dealing with the vsdc editor and how to do green screens. This video will display techniques on multi-layering of green screens only. When the editor opens and you select New Project, use the 16:9 widescreen settings. Most video sites accept this size now. I recommend setting the editor table to a smaller size, somewhere around 17%, in case some of your images go off the editor. To get started, select your background scene. The most important thing that you will learn is the sequence of layers requires pre-planning to avoid any problems. To avoid confusion, keep all of your scenes in a separate folder. Continue placing the other layers on the editor. Alignment is important. Our layers are for instructional purposes only, where yours will have meaning. The layers were selected to show variety. When you have all of your scenes added, you now must move the green screen background to the top layer to make it transparent. Right-click your mouse on the background image and select Top. Here you can make the background transparent. I like to use the eyedropper to correctly record the background color of the green screen. When you are finished with the images on the editor and you save the project, you can still add more layers like a green screen image of a logo watermark in the lower right of the screen. This green screen layering technique can be used for many other projects. If anything, I hope that I have triggered your creative juices on your next project. Create and have fun.
Hello and welcome to this demonstration of vsdc free video editor. This is a little gem of a program that I stumbled over. They have a simple video editor that is somewhat like professional or more high-end professional tools, but it's limited. Its user interface is pretty straightforward. Now this is not the default layout, because the default layout have everything nicely grouped for lower resolution screens. I have a 1080p screen, so I can use more space on the sides here without losing much of my impression of the work area. The first thing I want to show you guys is the resource window. Here you have your images, your sounds, and your videos if you're having video snippets. And then you have your properties, which is very much like you would have properties in, for instance, Visual Studio. Very simple and straightforward to set things manually. There's a lot of sliding here, but some things you have to or want to do manually to get the precision. If you slide, you might get not get a whole second or half second or quarter second. You might get 5.611 seconds, and that will have an effect if you're supposed to have transitions going on the a tenth of a second, or even 1.05 of a second actually is noticeable by the brain, by the eyes and your ears, and you'll need to tweak it. Especially sound need to be perfectly on the millisecond as you want it. Well, 10 milliseconds, give or take, might be acceptable, but I wouldn't risk it. So then you need the properties window. Here we have the Objects Explorer, and that's everything that you have placed in your project, or rather scene. So you have your an image, which have a set of effects added to it. So as you can see, this is hierarchical, so if I don't want to look at what the text has in it, I can just remove it. It's simpler to look at. I don't know if you can have multi-scene something here. That would be nice if I could have a Objects Explorer have all the scenes, but that's just simple. Here you have your project scenes. Every scene, well, it's just as it seems. If this is your video, then all of these are your parts and your scenes, which is really good way to split up the projects. Instead of having 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 projects, you have scenes that you can easily move in between and copy pasting and all of that, what you would expect from a good piece of software to work with. I really like the ribbon menu system, which was introduced by Microsoft in, what was it, Office 2007. It increases the what you call it? It increases the communication value of each part of the user interface. You have a picture and you have the text, and then you can get more information. And it's really big. It's not like the old menus like this, which you have to recognize that little icon. And with high resolution screens, 1080p, this becomes really tedious to try to navigate through. You know, it's 10 pixels wide, 10 by 10 pixels. That's small on this kind of screen. But I'm not talking about user-side interface. You can turn off and on areas of this interface, and you can have them. You could have everything here except your main working area in one tabbed area. So this is a really fun piece of software to use. You also have you can run wizards to import, and you can add different objects and sound effects, video effects. Of course, you have your help with you can check for updates, and yes, this is you get what this means. So yeah, that's the simple parts of it. I thought we'd do a little experiment here. Just add a new scene 8, and it's called just scene 8 over here. We want something more descriptive, so we're going to keep the scene 8 just to get the where we are. YouTube demonstration. There we go. We could have a descriptor. I'm not gonna bother. If you have some descriptive name, that will be more than enough for your projects. If you're writing names that you need a description for, which isn't, you know, ancillary information, you are writing your names wrong. Simple as that. We are going to put in some sound. Let's just add some sound. Right here you have this icon. That's a really, I don't know why you have to place it here. At first I thought if you placed it like so or so, it would pan in terms of surround sound, but it doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna place it up there. Would be more reasonable to have a set of icons indicating what sounds you have added down here below. But I am not the developer of this software, so I can't do anything with it. But let's add some pictures. I now drag and drop this in. I'm now getting this crosshair, and I'm supposed to drag and drop. This is tedious just to do this, but you can also make it smaller, so that's it has its function. But if you want to just fill the screen, you just hit the set the same size as the parent, and you make sure this, and it will make sure this information makes it fill the parent object. You can have nested objects. And I'm gonna add another image. There's a fun one. I'm gonna place that down there, and it's not gonna be that long. So I want this to change between some other picture. So I'm gonna make this a second long, just exist for a second. So it has its duration here, and I'm gonna hit 1 second, and I'm gonna add another image or picture, which will be which won't be placed here. I'm gonna place my working cursor on the there we go, on the 500 millisecond or half second mark. I'm here gonna drag and drop this in, and I'm gonna place it over here. and there we go. Gonna make this a little bit longer. It's not so important how long it is. Actually, what I'm going to do is this, because I want to change from that curvable image to this image and then back again. So I'm going to place this in the middle. I'm going to do something a little bit different. So what we want to do now is to add effects, and we select the image we want to add the effect, or we could have a video going down here. That's whatever you want. So we're going to choose the image 3. We're going to choose it up here, and we're going to right click on effects and add video effects, and we can add different things. Fade in, fade out are definitely the ones I'm using the most. So we're going to do fade in, and we're going to take from... Actually, I am uncertain. I'm going to just do this. Yeah. So we're gonna fade in the other image, and then we're gonna fade it out again. So we just do the same. Right click on effects, transparent, fade out. And this menu is, I was just testing having to scene end is the default in this case. So it will know that the likelihood of you wanting to fade out at the end of this clip. Sometimes you want to fade in and fade out, or fade out, fade in, you know, multiple times throughout the clip, just to do interesting graphics and stuff. But here you have different options. You can manually position it, where it's going to end, where it's going to start, the duration of the transition, or then we have the work area, cursor position. You can lock, start and end. Don't really know what it does. And then you can add layer, or you can insert layer. But we want to do this to the scene end, and we want it to last for 1 second. There we go. And this is the entire project. But if I go if I select something here, if you see now it's image 2, now this is image 3. So I'm going to go into image 3 and look, and here's the timeline for, and it ends here. This is the timeline for that image. So this is a sub timeline, if you want to describe it that way, where you're adding your effects on that single element. Sometimes you have, there's something referred to as a sprite when you add a set of videos and effects, and then you have even more nesting with sprite containing multiple images, multiple effects. So this is the basic setup. We have set up sound, we have set up everything we want here. I actually haven't used sound effects, so I'm gonna test them out with you. Let's do a fade in. Sure, I'm expecting it to know what fade in and fade out is. And fade out. Of course, you have volumes and stuff you can edit, which is going to be relevant if you're making a video when you have your voice is too low or something. There isn't a way to automatically align sounds to each other, meaning if I'm recording this, I'm recording directly to the video, because I'm not going to care about the high quality of the sound, but some people are using Audacity or similar to record sounds separately and then lining it up with their videos. I can't be bothered because it's a lot more work than just accepting that bad sound is going to happen from time to time. But you could do basic editing, and you could, in theory, adjust where the clips begin and end. So you could have the lineup if you know down to the millisecond where your point of synchronization is. That would be not too hard, so you could do it. I have been in the unfortunate position of having a video being recorded really quickly. The video in it lasted for about 1 minute of 10. So the frame rate on the video was extremely high, but the audio track was as it should be, making me having to separate this into 2 parts, drag out and I did this in this program, in vsdc free video editor, had to drag out the video and then synchronize it with the audio in a separate track. And this worked just perfectly. But it might not have if I hadn't been somewhat inventive in how to do it, because it wasn't really simple process having to convert a lot of video to audio and such. But we have our scene, we have some things happening, but we haven't really seen our results. So we have a preview area, and we can do original quality 1080p, but I'm gonna go 480. So, as you can see, we have some sound going, we have a changing of the image, and of course we could have a video going in the background and video going in the foreground. And you could have multiple videos going in the foreground. You could, in theory, fill this up, having you know, one clip going in and out there and yeah. You can't animate the clips, having the clips move over to different sides. I wouldn't know how you would. Oh, sorry. I wouldn't know why you would want that, but I kind of thought of, hey, that would be a fun thing to have. But now that we have a piece of we have a scene, we might want to export it. To do this, we have to go to projects and export project. I'm not gonna hit the export because it has a tendency to lag the video. Yeah. We have there's different things you can do here. You can choose your device that you want to do it for, and just do, you know, simple convert to that device. You have more, you know, go to formats and get to file types. You have more precise, getting to a simple editor. You have simple conversion. And you have a disk burner, which isn't on right now. Yeah. Oops. I had a warning sound. I do not know what that is. So I could hit convert files. It will go through the process. Right now we have everything as one single video, but I can uncheck the join scenes to single, and I get every scene, and I could go in and close the files, and they wouldn't be rendered. So we could just render our YouTube demonstration. I have already rendered these, and I don't want to render them again unless I have done changes to them. the formats are pretty wide, and there's pretty wide settings you can change. And of course, as you can see, we have our DVD. We can do iPod, and that's just to M4V. We can do, I have one of those creative MP3 players that plays different things. You have different tablets. Did I have the... You can go to mobile. This is an old piece of software, so as you can see, we're lacking the PlayStation 3. Actually, we're lacking the PlayStation 2, or if that isn't included in the PlayStation. And we're lacking a few other elements. So here we can go to DVD, and we can go to the disk burner, and we could create a video disc, which I am going to experiment with, because I have a few presentations that would be really nice to have in a DVD format, so I could push them into people's home cinema systems and present them from there. But that's just so. Yeah, this is about everything. There are a few things you can't zoom, or I haven't found a zoom for. Oh, I just found the zoom, the scale here. Yeah, so I was about to complain that I haven't found a way to change the scale or the zoom on this. Apparently now I have it. There's of course a undo, redo. There's cut, copy, paste, and all these wizards, and you can crop borders, which is nice if you want to. Especially if you have a video in a different format, you might want to crop the corners. Let's say you want to have a 16:9 aspect video onto a 4:5 or what it is. You could use the cropping of borders to get it just as you want it, instead of having the black lines, and yeah. And we can cutting and splitting is pretty obvious. You just cut up your video and be able to move it around. So this has been a presentation of vsdc free video editor, and I recommend you guys have a look at it and see what you can do with it. It would be fun to see what other people can, more gifted people than me, can do with this kind of free, simple yet powerful piece of software. So thank you for watching, and see you guys
another time. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Technology Admirer. My name is Sovan, and today I am going to show you guys how you can edit basic videos like this for your YouTube channel using a free video editing software called vsdc free video editor. I am going to make this tutorial as simple as possible so that you guys can also edit your video. When you first time open the vsdc free video editor, you will be greeted with this screen. Just make it full screen. Then what you are going to do is click on the new project, and from here you can see it opens up a window called projects settings. Now you need to give this project a title. As I am editing my old videos from a TV tuner card review, I am going to name it TV tuner card. Now you have to select your resolution. As I have recorded this TV tuner card review video in HD resolution, that is 1280 by 720 pixels. That's why I am going to select that resolution. Also I am going to select the frame rate at 30 fps because my camera records the videos in 30 fps. If your camera records the video at 60 fps, then you can select this option. I am just going to stick with 30 fps. Then all you need to do is keep these settings as it is, and then you can select the audio channels, that is stereo, mono or no audio, if you don't want any audio from the video. Now here you can see you have got 4 options, that is blank project, import, videos and images, video capturing as well as screen capturing. Now I am going to select blank project because this is the simplest thing to do. After selecting all the project settings, you will be greeted with this screen. Here you can see you have got lots of options which you can play around with and edit the video the way you want it to look. Now on the left side you can see there are lots of options. Here only we can add video, add sound, add image, add animation, add cursor and lots of other things that you can add. For the demonstration of this tutorial, first I am going to add a video. You can just click here and then go to the folder where the video is stored. As you can see, my videos are stored in desktops. I am going to select all the 3 videos that I want to edit and then click open. As I have selected 3 videos, it comes up with this files sequence wizard where you can select all different kinds of effects that you can add between these 3 videos. Now as you can see, there are lots of effects. Now I am going to randomly select one effect, for example this one, and drag and drop it between the 2 video files, and you can see the effect is applied here. Now after adding all the desired effects that you want to apply in between the video files that you have added to edit, you can click on the apply settings button. Then you will be greeted by this screen where you can see the video is there. Here you can see it is written sprite 1 and there are no sign of the 3 video files that I have added. Take a look at the 3 video files individually that I have added along with the effects. You just have to double click on this sprite 1, and as soon as you double click on the sprite 1 option, you will see the 3 video files that I have added in the timeline. Now the first thing that I would like to do after adding all the 3 video files is cut the video files that are unnecessary in this particular video and keep all the necessary video files that I want. Now let's assume that I want to split this video right here. For that, what I have to do, click on the video file that is present on the timeline, then go to this properties window and then scroll down and click on the cutting and splitting option. Clicking here once, you will be greeted with this video editor window where you can see you can cut, restore region and do lot more things. Now to cut or split this video, you can see I can select the region where I want to cut or split this video by dragging this blue line along the video, and this blue line can be dragged only when the select option is available, that is the hand symbol is there. And once I have selected the region that I want to cut, I can add a marker here. As you can see, the marker have been added. Then what I can do is just get the mouse down and you can see the sign changes from hand to this arrow that is horizontal. Now what I can do is click on it and drag the mouse on the leftward side because I want to remove this part of this video. Now once I have selected the region that I want to cut from this red line to this red line, I can simply click on the cut region option and it will cut the video. And as you can see, the marker is on the beginning of the video because the leftward side of the video has been removed. Then to make these changes, you have to click the apply changes option, then click OK. Here you can see the video starts from the region where I want it to be. Here you can see the video gets smaller after I cut the regions that I don't want to be on the video. So you can see here is nothing in between these 2 videos. There is a gap. So to remove this blank area, all you have to do is drag the second video till the end of the first video, and same thing goes with the third video also. Also, while cutting and splitting videos, do keep this in mind that you have to select the video that you want to cut or split, or you will cut another video by mistake. For example, I want to cut this video, I have to select this, then I can click on cutting and splitting option. Then what I have to do is just add a marker from the point where I want to cut the video, select all the region that I want to remove from this video, then just hit the cut region button and the video have been removed. Then all you have to do is apply changes. Sometimes you can also see this confirmation dialog box that says duration of source video file has been changed. Do you want to change duration of the video object? Just simply click yes. After removing all the unnecessary parts from this video by cutting and splitting the videos, I get all the videos that I need to be there, the final video. The videos that I am editing has got some background noises that I don't want in the final edited video. So what I can do is remove the background noises. To do that, what I have to do is select the video, then again go to the properties window, scroll down. At the bottom of the properties window you can see it has got audio track 1. I can select that and click on don't use audio. This will disable the audio that is present along with this video. Now what I want is to add some text in this video. For that, what I have to do, again go to the left bar where you can see you have the option to add text. Just click on here, add layer, and simply click OK, and then select the region where you want to add the text. For example, I want to add my text right here. To edit the text that you want to add here, all you have to do is select this enter text dialog box, then again go to the properties window, and you can see the text written here is enter text, and I want to change that. And to change that, all you have to do is click on the three little dots option, and then I can enter the text that I want to enter. After writing what you want to enter in the text box, you can click OK. You can see TV Tuner review is written here on the video. Now I can change the font of this text. For that also you have to go to properties window and again go to text font and select on the three little dots, and here you can see you have got lots of options to change the fonts. So for example, I want to change the fonts. Okay, let's select this one. Let's select bold. You can also change the size of this. Let's select this and click OK. Now as you can see, the font size as well as the font have been changed here, but I can do nothing on this text. For that, all I have to do is click on this sprite options, and then once you click here, you can see the options to change this text again comes back, and you can change the text as well as position it as the way you want it to be. Also you can change the color of this text. Again, to do that, you have to go to the properties window, and you can see here text color. Just click on that. Again you will get the option to click on three little dots. Click on that and you can select color from here. Let's select brown color here and click OK, and here you can see the color have been changed on the text. I can also select how long this is going to appear on this video simply by dragging this horizontal arrow over the text one icon. If I drag this throughout the whole video, this text is going to be there throughout the whole video, but I don't want that. I only want this text to be there for these first few seconds. What you can also do in this video editing software is add music to the video you are editing. For that, all you have to do is click on this add sound icon, and I'm going to add this called Not Found Nothing, and this has been downloaded from YouTube audio library. Just double click on that and click OK, and here you can see the audio have been added on the timeline. Now you can place the audio, and then I am going to make the audio smaller in the size of the video. You can also lower the volume of this music if you want this music as a background music. For that, all you have to do is click on this audio file and then click on the audio volume. You will get a slider that you can shift to right to increase the volume, or you can shift it to left to decrease the volume. By doing that, you can adjust the volume of this audio. If you want to pause this video editing because you are tired or you don't want to do this video editing, you can go to projects and then save this project. For example, I can save as this project called TV Tuner card in my desktop and just click save. Now this project is saved and I can close this video and click here. Now again, whenever I want to start working on the TV Tuner card review, all I can do is click on this project file that was saved on the desktop, and I have to open this by double clicking on the project file, and it will open. And as soon as it opens, you can click on the open icon and you will see the project is opening. And now you can again start working on the TV Tuner review from the point where you left it. Again, just click on the sprite one and you will get back all the things that you have added on the timeline. If you want more advanced options to edit your videos to your liking, you can click on the top menu bar where you can see it comes with lots and lots of options. Just select the video you want to edit and click on the menu bar, and you can see you get lots of styles such as auto level, grayscale, etc. You can also add audio effects, video effects, and you can also add objects to the video and lots of other things that you can do with the video. For example, I want to add audio effects, but as you can see these are all disabled. To get these audio effects working, all you have to do is select the audio file and double click on it. Then it opens a new tab. Then you can go to editor, then audio effects, and then you can see all the options gets enabled automatically. Then you can add any audio effect that you want to, like I want to add fade in. Click on OK. You can also do lot more things using this video editor, such as you can add another video on top of this video. For that, all you have to do is already have one video here, and then you can add another video, and to do that you have to click here on the add video icon, and then you can add another video. For example, I am selecting this video, and then open this video, click on OK, and then here you can see this video. You can position this video over the top of the other video anywhere you want it to be, as well as you can change the size of this video. You can also change the size of the video that is behind this video, like this. You can also achieve split screen videos using this software, as I am doing, you can see here. This video over the video or split screen video can also be done using photos. Also what you can do is crop this video to the size you want. For that you can go to this properties window, click on the crop borders option, and from here you can crop the video. As you can see, I am cropping this video to the size I want it, and then click OK. And here you can see this video have been cropped. Now after you have finished the editing of this video and you feel like this is the way you want this video to be and you want to save this video, all you have to do is go to this export project option. Click here and then you will be greeted with this screen. Also do remember that the video window should be inside this black rectangular area, because if you edit your video this way, then this area is going to be black after the final video is converted. So remember that to keep the video inside this rectangular area, whether you have one video or you add another video on top of it. Once you are on this screen, click on the export project option and then you can select the media device into which you want to convert this video into. As I am going to edit this video for YouTube, I am going to click on the wave option and then I am going to select to convert this video format into MP4. Now what you are going to do is change the location where the output file is going to be. To do that, click on change name option, then select the place you want to save this video. I want to save this video on desktop, so I am clicking on desktop and then give this video a name and then click save. Now what you have to do is go to this profile and click here, then select h.264/avc profiles, because this is the best video codec for YouTube, and I am going to select high quality video h.264/avc and audio is going to be AAC 256 kbps. And if you want more advanced settings regarding this profile, you can click on edit profile option. You will get more advanced settings that you can play around with. Now what you have to do is check the video properties. As I have recorded this video in HD, so the output file should be in HD resolution 1280 by 720 pixels and the frame rate is 30 fps. And the main important thing is the codec should be H.264, and these are the audio properties for the audio file output. After these settings are applied that I showed you right now, you can just click on this export project option, then click on convert, and once you do that, you will see the video is converting. You can click here to see the status, how much the video have been converted. If you want, you can also stop this conversion right now. Once the conversion is completed, you will see this information that says conversion is completed. Click OK. This is the final video that have been edited using vsdc free video edit. I know this is just a basic editing, but the possibilities are limitless using this video editor, because you can create some professional looking videos using this vsdc free video editor. Now after editing your video and exporting it to the desktop, all you have to do is log in to your YouTube channel and click on the upload button here. After you open up the upload page, all you have to do is drag and drop this video that you have edited. Just click on the edited video and drag it on the upload page, and that's it. Your video will be uploaded.